All right, so let's just be honest. I have a lot of amazing good news that I have for you during this week's edition of Prayer Partner Update. And also, good evening and good morning to all of you out there who are listening. Also, thank you once again to everyone who is out there praying for all these different prayer requests. But before I get to the good news, I had to share this one thing that I found last week that I thought was too cool not to share. So, real quick, let me just tell you that there are these apps out there that only have positive news on them. And the one that I found was called Good News Network. So if you just type that in on your app store, it'll download onto your phone. And then basically, they're just news outlets that only have positive news. So if you ever need just some good encouraging news in your day in your daily feed, feel free to download. There's more than that. There's all kinds of them. I thought it would be a really good idea to do a news outlet like that, but turns out there's already tons of them out there. I just didn't know about them because, typically I think people like to hear more about the bad stuff, but there's people that do just the good stuff, or just the positive stuff, I should say. So feel free if you would like to take advantage of something like that. I have it on my phone, so I thought it would be cool to tell you guys about that. But now on to the good news of for what's happening for my ministry and in my life. And so with the prayer requests that I put out last week, I put out 2 prayer requests and a praise about my good motorcycle ride. But the 2 prayer requests that I put out, both of those were answered. So the first one that I talked about was the fact that I needed a doctor's appointment to be able to get my visa for going overseas. That one was answered. And then 2, my second one was for prayer partners. And so I was asking that I could have more prayer partners before I go overseas to Indonesia. And that one has also been answered as well. And so with the doctor's appointment, one of my financial partners and prayer partners as well, Nate Goodman, he's probably watching this video, he has a doctor down in North Carolina who he contacted, and he said that he was more than willing to see me as a patient and to be able to issue out a letter stating that I don't have any respiratory illnesses. So that is a super blessing there, and just another reason why prayer is important, and having amazing friends who are super pro missions to have people like that as well. So thanks, Nate, if you're watching this video, and just thank you to all the prayer partners who are out there praying. And then for the second one, I was at 43 prayer partners, and as you may know, I'm trying to get to 100 prayer partners by the time I leave for Indonesia. And so I went from 43 last week up to 48 now. So I think that's the largest jump in 1 week that I've ever seen with my prayer partners. And so that was a huge answer to prayer. And so it's just amazing to see God work experientially, to see that work in my own life and in others' lives as well, as people just reach out to me through email and through Facebook Messenger and different things, just letting me know that they want to be on the team as well. And just so you guys know, if you are on the prayer team, I consider my prayer team just as active a part of my team as my financial team as well. Just like I need finances to be able to go overseas, in the same way I need prayer to stay overseas as well. A team of people just praying for the different requests that are going to come up every single week, every single month, the whole time that I'm over there in Indonesia. And so you are just as active a part of my ministry as the people who are on my financial team. And so those are the kinds of people that I would consider getting a keychain from Indonesia when I come back, and all these different things, and just writing specific letters to all these things. Like, you are a active part of my team as I'm going over to Indonesia. So if you want to be on that team, please join. And so that's kind of how I'm viewing it, and I hope that you view it that way as well. So hopefully that number can continue to go up, and the people that were kind of on the fence, or were thinking about it for a while, can just be like, yeah, I think I'm ready to join that team. So hopefully that team will continue to go up. And but praise the Lord for what He's doing there. And then finally, with my last little 30 seconds here, I want to talk about my prayer request for this week. And as you may have seen on my email or on my Facebook post, or maybe on my Instagram post as well, that I am wanting to be more avid about prayer. And what I mean by that is actually more prayer for my own personal self. I'm seeing it experientially when other people pray for me and my ministry, how much power that has and how much effect that can have on a person's life and in their daily ministry and the way they go about life. And so, it's impacted me and said, I want to be praying more myself. So as prayer partners, if you could just be lifting that up this week, that when you think about the things that you're praying for me, and all the other things as well, all the things that I've listed in other weeks, but probably the major prayer request that I would be asking for this week is just that over the course of this week and the many weeks to come, that I could just keep devoting more time with God, communion with God, praying to God, and just asking Him for different things for my ministry, but also other people's ministries as well, and just lifting up different things and just communing with God and talking about the different things that I'm learning and all these different things that there are to do when you're praying with God. So that would be my biggest prayer request for this week. But yeah, so if you could just keep praying for that, for my own personal prayer life, that I could just make sure to be spending the maximum amount of time that I can, constant in prayer, as Paul would say. So thank you so much again for the people out here praying, and look forward to updating you next week to see how that has gone. Thank you very much.